What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReadoptionAgency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. Boom, boom, boom. How was your weekend? It's Monday morning. eBay still got me down 15.4% from last month. They just will not let me have no sales this month. All right, well, let's get into what happened this weekend. The good, the bad, the ugly. And we're going to start off with, let's see, Friday. I think I already gave you some Friday numbers on Saturday since I did that little pop-up video. So Saturday ended up making it to $745. So that was good Saturday. And let's see what our split was. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Wrong thing. 33 items. Nope, that was yesterday. 63 items, 9 organic, 54 promoted. So, But I had said something Friday that I've been thinking about, and then got a little an add-on from that from Josh, which he said he may make a video for that, so I won't give you details on that. But my thing I said, I think it was Friday, it was either Thursday or Friday, I think it was Friday, said that my organic would be low and well hidden on eBay if there are judging your store by sell-through rate, because I have long tail items. My store was built on long tail items, slow sell-through rate. This fast stuff was all bonuses. So if they now rely more heavily on sell-through rates on the store front, because it makes eBay more money when things sell quick, then that would make sense that mine's being pushed down and suppressed because of a lot of items that just haven't moved. You know, I still sell things that's been in store 4 years, 5 years, 3 years. So that's how I built the business. So I've got to figure a way around that. I think that is the biggest issue with my store beyond the eBay site issues. When the eBay site's working fine, I have no problems with running the store the way it is. But if there's some part of this newfangled problem issues that is the future of eBay, meaning there's always going to be these issues, and or they started pushing sell-through rates a little bit more in the whole AI system and stuff, then I might have a problem going forward. So then I have to find a solution or a way around that, or just be happy with the way it is. So obviously, cross-listing on the Poshmark is the one step. And so another step I started Saturday, yes, it was Saturday, is I fired my Discogs back up. So I took one drawer. I'll probably do like maybe one drawer every, I don't know, 5 days, a week or something. And I go through the drawer of media. If it's stuff that's been in my store forever, take it down. If it's a high dollar item, I'm putting it on Discogs. If it's just crap, I'm putting it to the side and I'll lot it up. So that's my next step on just going through my media and start weeding it out. And it kind of makes me sick to have to do it because, like I said, I have stuff that sells that's been in the store for years. So it's kind of sickening to my stomach to feel that I have to do that. But I am trying to, the other workaround I am trying is, well, if I get more higher sell-through rates stuff, here's the thing, if they're, I wish that I knew if they are doing this, which way they're doing it. There's 2 ways they could do it. Either it's affecting your whole account, your whole store, if you will, Or is it individually affecting categories? That's where I would like to know. Because if it's affecting the whole store as a whole, obviously getting better sell-through rate stuff will bring the whole store up. But if it's doing by categories, then I don't really have too much to worry about, because my fast sell-through rate stuff's going to move fast. The others is not. But as I've said and many other people have said, other sellers, some days it seems like even if we put up high sell-through rate stuff, it just vanishes into an abyss. Now, I personally think that's part of the eBay technical issues, but let's just say, for instance, it's not. Play the other side of the card. Okay, will eliminating some of my lower dollar media take care of that? So, I don't know. So those are the questions and the thinking going forward. As you know, if you're not thinking and trying to figure out how to move forward and grow, you're just going to be like I've been for the last however long, just waddling in the eBay error issue world and just letting it bring me down mentally. But this past half a week has just been I've been very, being more self-aware and eye-opening and letting stuff go so I can move forward. Because I'm just, tired of, I was tired of all the sadness, then the issues on top of it, and put myself in that headspace was not productive for me, because my mind's not being creative. It's not thinking outside the box. It's not, that's where I like to be. I like to be pulling in. I like to go from every angle. And when I got suppressed by just sadness and BS with the site and just everything. So just been making a very conscious effort to let it all go the past half a week so I can get back into my normal mind frame where I'm just free to think. It's probably the best way to put it. Because when I'm free to think, then I'm more creative and I am more driven. I am more productive. I get stuff done better. So the last few days have been very awesome for me in that aspect. Just thinking more for myself and not worrying about anything else. So that being said, we have good sales on Posh this weekend, better than I've predicted in my first month of doing Poshmark. And I'm going to show you, we're going to get into the numbers of that too now. So if you're liking the whole cross-listing thing, like I said, I do have the Vindu affiliate link below. You can save 25% on your first month. If you want to start cross-listing and stuff because you're just fed up with eBay also. So yeah, I at least I got new angles to work with and play with and try to figure out. Like I said, personally, I think in my head, 90% of it's still the eBay site issues, because even this morning, I got a message on Facebook from a seller who had a buyer reach out to them and say that they could not check out no matter what they try to use, credit card wise, PayPal, etc., etc. So, and I know I've been having that's been a problem for the last 5 weeks for me, along with the error issues for offers, which is still a problem. Yes, the last couple of days I've been trying to end and sell similar, and again, it's taken away my item specifics, so that problem is still going on. When I tried revising stuff, because I was doing my hat update with the boxes and stuff, and it kept getting a system failure and wouldn't load all the items. So there's still huge problems going on the back end. So we know that. But at least now I don't have to wallow in that, since I've got other avenues to think about, Posh being the biggest one right now. Yeah, there's been, of course, big spikes consistently on the down detector. So that's just a nonstop thing. eBay's still down. It would probably be easier, more efficient for me to post when their site is working rather than when it's down. So it's, at least I don't have to stay there mentally. I can say, hey, this is what's happening. This is the problems. This is what other people are experiencing. This is what I'm seeing. Now here's what I'm doing about it. So if eBay refuses or cannot or will not do anything about the problems right now, cannot do it, whatever the case may be, then we have to take it in our hands to do something about it before our business fails, because the things they are doing is causing a lot of people to fail. The number of people who have quit eBay or who is doing it full time that now has to get a job, just from the people I've seen, one person have seen, has been at least 10 plus people. And that's just me. So just imagine the amount of people that are closing shop or giving up. That being said, if you can make it through, you're going to benefit greatly from it, because there's going to be a lot less competition on the website. Here's the thing. If you're doing this full time, or even if you're learning part time, the key to a successful business is being able to pivot, change, adjust, etc. All these people who are dropping out can't adjust. Meaning, and I'm saying this very loosely, they're not real entrepreneurs. I'm saying that very extremely loosely, just loosely to make a point. They don't have either the skill or the motivation to make it work, if you will. So that's a good way of putting it. So do you? Here's the question now. Do you? Are you going to fail? Are you going to succeed? This is a huge bump in the road. And now that thankfully I'm clear in my head that I can think clearly again, I can go this route with it as opposed to just going, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. This eBay sucks. Yes, we all know it sucks. But I started these videos to help people. And wallowing in the bullshit, just not going to cut it anymore. So, what are you doing about it? Will you survive it? Well, I'm going to try and help you survive it. If you're doing clothes, hats, hard goods, toys, the only thing that I haven't seen so far, shoes, the only thing I haven't seen so far sell off Posh is media. I have had no media sales, no interest in media yet on Posh. I've moved a decent amount over there. I probably got about 1,600 items over there right now. A good amount of them's media. That being said, I haven't tried Mercari yet. Mercari, from some people are saying media moves better on Mercari. So will you survive? Well, one way of doing it is cross-listing. So whether you use List Perfectly or you use Vendoo, it may be something to start doing. The reason I chose Vendoo is because it ends the items. If it sells on eBay or Posh, it ends it. And it'll end it on all the sites. If it sells on a Mercari, it will not end it. So you have to go to Vendoo and just hit one button and it ends it on the other sites. So that would be the only one you have to watch out for. That's why I just been a little bit step back from Mercari right now, because I got a feeling they're probably working on that, but that'll probably be the next one, you would think, because that's probably the next most popular or well-used site that Vendoo cross-lists to, I would think. So I would think that would be the next one they're working on. So that's why I've been kind of just holding back on Mercari, but I've been trying to get a little bit familiar with it. I started to go ahead and list a couple of things yesterday, but I just went ahead and done more onto Posh. So, but yes. And if you are curious on that, like I said, it only takes one. If you got under 40,000 items, it only takes one click to move everything over into Vendoo. And then you can go at your pace at listing it, but it's all super quick. That's why I would suggest, if you have to pay for the higher month first to pull all your items over, because you only get charged for the items you pull over, not for how many items are there. So if you have 2,000 items, but you only list 100 a month, if you get the package where you can move all your 2,000 over the first month, use the 25% off coupon code, and then back it down the next month to, if you only do 100, the cheapest one that you only have to ship over or move over 100. So that's the best way to do it. But I got a feeling Mercari's probably going to be next, I would think, looking at it from a business standpoint. But so I might move a few things over there, here and there, just to get more familiar with it and see if it sells and get familiar with shipping and stuff like that. But for the weekend, though, I've got 5 Poshmark sales. So more than I thought I was going to get, but again, none of them were media. So, and only one was a hat. So I've been trying to move my clothes over first and shoes, since those are the 2 strongest things that sell on Posh. So, and then also that's what I'm concentrating more on, listing onto eBay, so I can switch over to or share over to Poshmark. I'll say, I don't want to say move over, share with Poshmark, is clothes, shoes, and hats. So media's kind of taken a back seat. I think I did find a used DVD that somebody's been emailing me about, who watches the videos. And because as soon as I put up the Led Zeppelin seal, it moved. So if that was it, let me know. But so yeah, so that's where my head's at now, where I'm going, kind of leaning toward, and slowly working my way doing. So, but yesterday was a total, I won't say a total wreck, but mostly a wreck. Usually Sundays are my biggest day, but 33 sold, 10 organic, 23 promoted, with sales only reaching $505. So, but yesterday I probably had the most errors and issues with the site than I've had on one given day in the past week. So, just consistent problems all day. So, but this morning we are at 10:10 a.m. I'm at 125. So at least the day's starting out better than the other day, where I started out with $7. That was pretty bad. Let's see the split so far this morning. 8 sold, 7 promoted, 1 organic. So that's the direction I am going right now, because eBay is just one huge disappointment right now. So my August should not be down 15% from my July. That's just never happened in the history of my eBay business. So it's pretty ugly. But the good thing about, so Poshmark, when I started Poshmark, I guess I'm going into week 4 now. So I've had about 3 complete weeks of cross-listing. And my first goal was to get $300 a month. And I was hoping to get that by the second month. Well, I'm at 327, 3 weeks in, I guess. So ahead of schedule there. So I'm happy about that. So there's my other 300 goal I was looking for. Like I said, I try to make, when I start something different, I try to make $300 goals. So like an extra 300 on YouTube by doing a couple of nighttime videos other than these videos for an extra 300. Poshmark an extra 300, and then with the affiliates, thankfully you guys have backed up my affiliates and used those, and those are already over $400. So my 3 new $300 goals have been met, which is kind of cool. Well, the YouTube I won't know for another 28 days or so, but So far, it looks good. But, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. You know, right now, and I made the post like a little over $2,000 outside of eBay for the last 30-ish days. So, and that's including the YouTube revenue. So, but before I was doing these videos, that was something I didn't do. I just relied solely on eBay. And then, and it's like still, the way I'm looking at it is eBay is going to hold its own, because if it don't, then I failed. eBay's held its own for 22 years. It's not, even with these crappy days, I'm still paying my payroll, paying the bills. You know, I'm just not growing. That's the problem with the eBay site right now for my store, is even with all the problems, it's just not allowing me to grow. I'm still making my bare minimum I need on average, but it's not allowing me to grow. It's not allowing me the bonuses, if you will. Everything's just stagnant. You know, the bills are paid, my payroll's paid, life is good. Like, I can still eat, you know, all that stuff. When it's working properly, you know, anything over that's my bonuses. I can thrift more, I can take more trips, I can, you know, whatever. I can just donate more to people and organizations and stuff. Where the way eBay alone is right now, I can't. It's just paying the bills and paying my payroll and living day to day. And I am thankful for that. I'm still thankful for that, because that means I can go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning. You know, I could still happily fall asleep and I can still eagerly wake up. So, and like I said, I think it's because the volume is what's saving my store. If I didn't have the volume, I'd be hurting like you guys, you know. And just thinking of that kind of just makes me sick. And that's what made me so angry, more so than myself, about the problems on eBay. But being angry for you wasn't helping you. So doing things about it for myself can help you. So that's my whole new mindset. So telling you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it may help you branch out too. So that's what I'm trying to do. So Posh, $327 so far. So very happy with that. All right, let's do some questions and comments, and then we'll get this stuff shipped out, and I'll get the Poshmark done first because it's the biggest, bulkiest stuff. So I can get that out of my way, and then we'll get to eBay, and then I got one Bonanza. All right now. Questions and comments on the YouTube. Yeah, I found my little time capsule box. I put that video up Saturday if you didn't see that. That was fun. Definitely some flashbacks. All right. Next up. I'd give anything to have an eBay store. You ever consider consulting from other eBay store owners with sales tripling and doubling? Maybe what you sell is not worth it. Can I sell a $4 cassette anywhere other than eBay? Not as quickly. Cassettes, as far as I know, eBay is the best place to move it. If it's collectible, then it'll get sell on Discogs also. But eBay is, cassettes are always 2 or 3 on my list. So, but no, I kind of consider this consulting, if you will, and it's free for you guys. And all I ask is to, support the channel with the commercials if you have them, and maybe use my affiliate links for if you need supplies, poly mailers and bubble mailers. Link below, affiliate, save 10% on the Giro Pack stuff. And whoever made the $250 order, it's like $230, I think it was, because I think I got $23 from that in affiliate money. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I think that was Friday or Saturday. So, much appreciated. That was awesome. But any amount you order will give me 10% of what you spend. So thank you, guys. So that's my I feel my consulting. If you have questions, you can put them here. The best way, because I don't go through all of them, the best way to get your thing responded would be, I usually do this between 9 and 10 in the morning normally. So to leave it as close to that time period as possible, if you have a certain question. I wouldn't put too much stock in those type of feelings. Personally, I choose to stick to scripture. It's appointed unto man once to die, then to judgment. Amen. Trust in the Lord all your heart. Yeah. See, I'm not into religion. For me, I understand religion because people need it who are just battling and they have no answers. I get it. To me, unless it's 100% true, I'm not going to believe it, no matter what it is in life. From Bigfoot to Jesus to, the government's being here for you. None of it's my thing. It's just not. I prefer to let my mind wander, to experience, to keep my mind wide open. If there is not an answer that is 100%, then I don't want the answer. I want to keep my mind open to other possibilities. Like I said, I understand it when, if you're grieving and it's just, people are different. Emotions are different. How people handle it, every person is different. And that's what's beautiful about the human race. So everybody handles everything differently. And it's not about being stronger or weaker or more emotional. To me, it's just different depending on your makeup, your emotions, your life experience. It's what makes you you. And for me, I don't give in to anything that is not 100%. And I know 100% that religion is not 100% facts. So sure, it's probably based off of something that happened, but the book's still written by man, and man is flawed. So that's how I look at everything. Is there a God? Well, it depends on your definition of a God. Is there a creator of this? Yes. What that is, nobody knows. Is it nature? Is it aliens? Are we in a bubble? Are we just a science experiment? Is the Bible true? None of those have factual 100% answers. And so I love having all avenues open. And for me not having a answer to support me, even if I need it, allows my mind to explore more and to feel more and to embrace more, actually, even too, and just, dare I say, live more? What is living, though? Is living mentally exploring things? I don't know, that's the way I kind of look at it, but everybody looks at everything different. So yeah, I'll never be a religion person unless something shows up at your front door and proves 100% of a doubt XYZ, which I'm still going to probably question. In other words, I expect to go through this life without answers. And the beauty of that is I get to explore the whole time. And I love that. I love the exploration, the thinking outside the box, the coming up with new theories. I love that world. And if I turn to something and say, the Bible is real, it's 100%, Jesus was real, etc., all that stuff, I would be putting my mind in a box, in my eyes. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to think anything is possible. So that's why I like it. Here's another one. Sounds like you need Jesus. Get a Bible and start reading it. No. It takes away the fun of life. The greatness of life is not having the answers, but so many people want the answers. And what makes me sick now is, well, two things about science. Is science thinks they know everything, but yet they're always finding out something new to add to the equation. And that's just, science to me is almost like a religion now, where they feel that their word is the gospel, even though they don't have all the facts, because what we don't know, we don't know. And I love that about life. What we don't know, we don't know. Will the next technology of a video camera, whether it's infrared light, whatever, I'm giving examples here, or frequencies, will it show us something that we've never seen before? And some of the newer technology has like infrared and stuff like that, where people can see like shadows go by, but there's nothing creating that shadow, like a shadow person, or whether it's a cloaked thing. I love that world of what is probably there that we don't know about. I love that. And the whole evolution of technology to dig into that world. I would not be happy if my mind did not explore that world constantly. So, yeah. So religion's not for me. Not for me at all. But like I said, I'm a different mindset than a lot of people. It depends on your makeup, on what you need. Let's see. That's intense. And I don't mean that in any kind of offensive way, so please, I hope nobody took it that way. Trying to get my boulder rolling. Heck, it may be already getting some steam for sure. Put up the little thing of Courtney. Use your closed table, screw thin metal to the top and bottoms, use magnets on the corners for the posters. I don't think it's big enough. Why do you have lights on your board? On my clothing table, I just got some Edison lights around it. Because you don't. That's why. Just because I like the way it looks. That's why. Sweet Courtney. I had $5 for the week. In 3 years, Cyberdyne will become the largest supplier of military computer systems. All stealth bombers are upgraded with their computer, becoming fully unmanned. Afterwards, they fly with perfect operational record. Okay. I'm not sure what that has to do about my reincarnation is a thing comment, but okay. Great video. I like the Found on Friday series. James, I hate to be a pest, but I'm still waiting for you to list the certain media. Okay, that's the comment. So if it was the Led Zeppelin, let me know. That's already listed that. So and I think you got it if that's you. Thank you, James. Very helpful. I am trying to get some ideas to get more eyes on my little eBay store, and seeing the items you found on Friday and what's sold gives me ideas. I must drive 75 miles to a Goodwill outlet, so I need a plan before going. Yes, the more information you have, the more successful you will be. I don't remember that question, that answer to that question. So, this is the worst I've seen eBay yet. No sales in 3 days. Offer button broken. Why am I paying for a store if I am not making literally any money? Yeah, the offer thing, we're week 5 or 6 on that thing now. It just makes no sense how one little thing like an offer, that's just one little spigot. Is that a word? Spigot? One little thing on the eBay site, the offer button. On a page, you click it, and so that's one little bitty thing. And if they can't fix that, can you imagine the algorithm? Good Lord, the search engine. Holy crap. You know, if that one little button can't be fixed, do you really think they have any control over that search engine? That's a pretty daunting thought. If you really think about the size difference of like probably even the program written. That is, and it's sickening to think about. But yeah, we're going on like week 5 or 6 of that. I think 6 of that broken offer. That's just, and if you can't fix one little offer button, man, we can't expect them to fix anything, honestly, if that's been going on for 6 weeks. That's why you got to do something. You have to do something if you want to survive. So, better items, faster sell through, or start diversifying where we're selling. So, I'm going to be trying to do a little bit of all of the above. So, I really wish I saved a time capsule. I love the color of your bird pictures almost as much as I like the shirt you're wearing. My Bigfoot shirt. See, that's the thing. Another thing about like kind of like the Bible. Don't they say stuff like you can't believe certain things or certain things, you know? And I don't want no limits put on anything I want to believe, you know? I don't know if that's 100% true. Just remember people in the past talking about, I've had religious friends growing up, so I know a little bit about the subject. But let's see. Looking for some questions, but we're pretty far back now. All right, let's get some shipping done. Get this stuff knocked out. Got a couple of offers. Keep getting a counter offer on Poshmark on an $80 item. They're trying to offer me like 20, now 22. No, that's not going to happen. Decline. I was able to finally sign into Posh down here, so. And a hat for $7. I will take it. All right. So I talked about a few of these items on Saturday's video. So first up on Poshmark. We've got the Vans, the green Vans. So, those sold for $16. Somebody asked why I don't use priority boxes on Posh, and I was like, they're just not convenient. If I even have any left, I just haven't ordered any, or really, it's just, never really put a lot of, because I don't sell a lot that usually needs priority boxes, so I never really messed with them, except like shoes. I had a bunch of the shoe ones, but when I ran out, I just never ordered anymore. I've just been throwing them in a bag. Next up, we've got the Carolina Rebellion hoodie. Like I said Saturday, these have been in my store off and on for years, and none of them's ever sold. So to see one sell on Poshmark is kind of cool. And it sold for $11. The thing about cross-listing and at least getting some sales on Posh, it gives you hope, you know? With eBay, we're not getting hope anymore. And that's just a huge problem. Because without hope, you know, with anything, hence why religion is important to a lot of people. If you don't have hope, it's really hard to move forward. Extremely hard to move forward. So you gotta have hope. Next up, we got the Kevin Durant's, found at the bins. It's a biggity bam. I almost kept them, but I'm like, you know, I'd probably never wear them. I'm not a big fan of strap-over shoes anyway. But they sold for $40. So I'll put these in a box. Got any more bags around here? Buyers, I'll need some buyers. Not buying some. Buying some. This would be easier if I had a smaller box, like a priority shoe box. Let me see if I can find one. I need light. Baby bam. We got a few left. What's in there? As I'm sitting there this weekend, or yesterday, I'm like, I should start on Mercari now, because if I get a response like I did on Posh, you get that whole feeling, why didn't I do this sooner? I'm like, I wonder if I'll get that with Mercari. Well, man, I should have done this sooner. Next up, we got sold for $17. We've got this vintage Mickey hat. So it's a strap back like trucker back, but you got the plastic face, 3D face. So pretty cool. But sold for $17. Let's see, what can I put this in? Will it fit in there without getting broke? It might. Wabbit, it might. It's a little too big that way. I don't want to bend these ears too much since it's so old. Let's try this box then. Taller. Perfect. Perfecto mundo. Next up for Posh, we've got so for $21, we've got the Carhartt hooded jacket. I think we're just going to throw this in a box since it's so thick. That's the good thing about Posh. You don't have to measure. Just throw it and go. Throw it and go. Nice, quick, and easy. That might be something somebody like Marcus should think about doing. He emailed me this morning for my Vendu code, and he's giving it to his girlfriend. But Marcus, you were trying to hire somebody I know to take pictures? You ever think about hiring somebody just to cross-list using Vendu for you? Cross-list your items over. Then you don't have to tie up the time to do it, and you might have more income coming in. So they may have virtual assistants to even do that stuff. I don't know. Or if your girlfriend did it, moved your items over into Vendu, that could be a whole nother income stream for you. Just thinking. Because I just thought it'd be nice if I had somebody to just who was constantly just moving my stuff over and I didn't have to do it. So... And I know you're like all clothes, so it would probably like take off huge for you right off the bat. If you're watching this. But anyway, next up we've got some Levi's 559 relaxed fit jeans. Sold on Posh. Sold for $16. You're gonna have to move out of my way. I don't have to measure. See, I started to throw it on the scale without thinking. Don't have to do that. That's the beauty about Posh too, right? Because Posh would make it a lot more easier to like travel and ship. Because you don't have to worry about a scale, buying postage. You just print a sticker. All right, that is all of that. So I might as well knock out this Bonanza item while I'm here. Doing different things. So for Bonanza, we got this hat that's been in my store for 4 or 5 years. USA hat. Sold for $15. That's why I don't want to just end my stuff, right? You know, like I could go in and probably end a good 20,000 items out of my store. But I don't know how much that would hurt, or, you know, would it help so much that all my stuff would be better seen and I would sell more and still make the same amount of money basically? Or would it hurt my store because those items are gone and not selling? That is the biggest question when it comes to that. So because with all the eBay problems and issues, I don't know if there's really a way to answer that, because nothing's a complete answer. It changes literally day to day and even twice a day. By 6 by 4, okay. And tracking number. All right. Great news. A new referral order has been tracked. Thank you, whoever that was, ordering Giro packs. Ordering supplies. Thank you. Another Giro pack order for James. Yay. The email, when you click it, it has a little confetti comes up. Like, surprise, thank you, celebration. Okay. Now the eBay orders. I guess I put in one of those boxes. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here that I pulled already. I've got one thing here I only made 20 cents on, but I did it more I was doing it more to get familiar with selling cards on eBay. Oh, I forgot that vinyl. Don't have to go out till tomorrow. Okay, I'll pull that later. Did I get everything else? I think so. And that truck I gotta get, but that just sold. Got those, got that. Okay. Purchase shipping labels. Okay, one international. No, that's a buyer's note. No international overnight. Yeah, overnight, there definitely was a shutdown started about 10:30 through 4 o'clock this morning. You could even go to 6 o'clock. Like between 10:30 and 4, nothing. Wait, sorry, 1. And then at 4, I had a sale at 4:03, 4:09. Then it shut off again till 6:07. And 6:07 it came back on, and I've been selling ever since. So it definitely seemed like there was a shutdown overnight. So that huge of a shutdown would dictate why I have no international probably. All right, first up we've got some of the Dukes of Hazzard from the Dukes of Hazzard playset thing. So, I sold for $8. Don't want this to get broke, so put this in here and then put it in a box. Oh, come on. I hate when the tape folds back and sticks to the gun. Pain in the booty hole. Pain in the booty hole. Pain in the booty hole. Seven. Nope. 8 by 6 by 4. Did you already lose one of my markers? I had 2 of these down here. Now I already got one missing. Come on now, dude. Gotta take care of my stuff. Oh, here it is. All right. All right. Matt M. I get so much stuff that vanishes when Adrian gets a hold of it. That's why I was like, what do you do with it? He was automatically convicted as the perp. Because it's not uncommon. All right. Next up we go 15 by 11 by 7. No, I didn't want to click off. I was trying to still click on. 11, 7. All right. Chilo L. Next up, we've got a shot glass. Did I even show that, you guys? That was another one of those Star Wars things. I'm not even paying attention. Sold for $20. I'm not even paying attention. I'm sorry. Hawaiian Sunrise shot glass. Headed to California. Sold for $6.50. The Star Wars is headed to Maryland. You know, I realize again, I got no CDs this morning. No CDs. Couple of cassettes, but that was one order. But no CDs. But yeah, CDs have been pretty strong over the weekend. That's kind of odd. 6, 8 by 6 by 4. Roman D. Roman D. And next up, we've got the cassettes. We've got War and Glenn Fry cassette singles. Both together sold for 11. No. Okay, so now, let me make sure. So, okay, so that's right. So, $22.37 for both. So here it's showing me $11.18 for War, $11.18 for Glen Fry. So wanted to make sure that wasn't one price, and that was individual prices. So it was $23 for these two guys. Headed to Quakertown, Pennsylvania. That's going to be 3. We'll check ground to see if ground's cheaper. Exactly the same. No, ground is cheaper. That's why it's on ground, I guess. Okay. Ethan C. Next up, we got the Pokemon card. So I took an offer. It was a viewer, actually. Thank you. Poliwhirl is a mainstay on my brother's team. He's going to love the card. And I believe he made a comment that he likes my videos when he purchased. So I took an offer for $1 because I wanted to see how much profit you actually make on one card that you sell for $1. And I looked it at this morning, and let me see what the price is. That's going to tell me for sure. So that was 1.4. And I charged 70 cents. Whoops, no, so that's 2, sorry. So 17, so actually I only made 3 cents on that card. So that's definitely a no-go. 3 cents was my profit on that card. To Kai C. So definitely will not be doing that again. So that was 3 cents. Then on the $1.99 cards, probably got a little bit more fee taken out. So maybe you're making what, maybe 50, 60 cents maybe. If you double the fee. You'd be doubling the price, so you'd be doubling the fee. So probably only like 50 cents maybe. It's just guessing. Without all the proper tools. All right, Mercedes Championship visor. Headed to Burbank, California, sold for $16. And that would be 8 by 6 by 4. Dan P. Next up, we've got St. Louis Cardinals cap. Sold for $15, headed to Bentonville, Arkansas. And going back on the religion thing, there are parts of the religious stories that do kind of fit in with like some of the alien stuff I like to think about and look over stuff too, which always makes me kind of think maybe our creators are alien based too. So that's why I love that stuff so much. Just 8 by 6 by 4. Love thinking about all that kind of cool stuff. William P. What would I wonder what hardcore religious people would do if, with all this stuff that's going on now with UAPs and stuff, if it's not government and if it is like extraterrestrial life, and it came back knowing that we are basically robots created by extraterrestrial. I wonder what deep religion, how that would affect that. I know it's, like I said, I might even said it on video a couple years ago, about how they're preparing us for aliens and stuff like that. How we're being led up to something, whether that's just misinformation so the government or the military can get away with more stuff, or whether that is actual alien life. We were being led up to something. But how the Vatican came into saying that alien life is more probable, basically, where they never admitted that before. I guess, what, 7, 8, 10 years ago now, maybe. Something like that. Probably longer than that, actually. But Smurfit Stone hat. Headed to Ontario, California. Sold for $15. But I could make a whole video series about that kind of stuff. Or podcast, or whatever you want to call it. Talking about it all. Perfect. Johnny O. Next up, we've got Hank Thomas on vinyl. Headed to Osteen, Florida. Sold for $5. Nobody's here. Kim G. Might be something outside delivering. All right, Nike golf visor. What is... That's 2 visors, 3 visors. Ain't that weird how sometimes that happens? It happens a lot more than normal. Headed to Harrison, Tennessee. Sold for $14. And there, I mean, these two are right after each other. Different people. That's just weird how sometimes that happens. In a lot of different categories. Just like boom, boom, boom. Questionable. 6. 8x6x4. James J. And next up we got Lindenwood softball visor, headed to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sold for $9. Milwaukee. Milwaukee. That one does not have it. That one must have sold before I put in the update. 8x6x4. Mark M. And last on the eBay front, we got this John Deere Greenway hat. Just put this up yesterday. Sold for $13.50. Headed to Anderson, South Carolina. Bum, 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 take that down 1, 6, even though I don't think it matters, does it? Nope. Wayne A. Way. All right. Review purchase. Boom. Confirm and pay. The spinning wheel of death. Print labels. Wait, what, huh, what? Oh, that's the card, that's right. I was like, hey, what's going on there? Forgot about the card. Prints differently. All right, Wayne A. Bam. Down there, straight. Straight. Mark in. James J. Kim G. Johnny O. Johnny O. Did you ever want to like change your name? Like just to have something cooler sounding? Johnny O. What's your name? Johnny O. I always kind of did, but I never could figure out what that would be. William P. I never ever came across an actual name. But I made a comment a couple of days ago or so where as I'm getting older, I might legally change my name to I don't know. So if somebody asked me, what's your name? I was like, I don't know. No, you don't remember your name? No, I don't know. Just so I can mess with people. Especially if it's a cop. Can I see your driver's license? Sure. After like 5 minutes of going back and forth and Cam's driver's license says, I don't know on it. That would be awesome. You could probably get out a ticket just because of that, of him laughing so hard. Chai C. And if that's not how you pronounce your name, I do apologize. K-E-I. Kai. And let's see, Ethan C. Roman D. What do I want to work on today? I worked on mostly Hatch yesterday. Cleo. Or Kylie. And Matt M. I think I'm going to start using the excuse when I mess up the English language. Dude, I'm 4% Native American. Of course I'm going to mess it up. I can't speak this crap. That's going to be my excuse from now on. I'm 4% Native American. Don't expect me to get the English language correct. I know, dumb, but that's the point. That's the point. It's not fun if it's not dumb. All right, print scan form. A scan form actually printed up last night. Go figure. Finally. eBay. I was shocked when I walked down and saw that. I'm like, wait, what? eBay's been pretty quiet, huh? Let's see. We've got one item sold in the last hour and 20 minutes. Or 10 minutes, sorry. No, almost 20 minutes, yeah. 20 minutes. Boom. All right. I love you and your family. Well, thank you. Thanks for the encouragement and other opportunities. Just trying to get back on my normal old horse that I used to be on. Move forward, make changes, and keep growing. So, like I said before, of course, I'm going to keep eBay is going to be still main source. That's where I list everything first, and then I moved it to Vendoo and then move it over to Posh. But Vendoo, you can actually even list in Vendoo also. Good place to learn to do that. If you watch, they may be live now as I'm recording, and they've been lately live 4 or 5 hours a day listing using Vendoo. And Amy and Dan on the Hustle couple, but it's on their reseller workroom channel, and they do live listing on Vendoo. So it's a good place to go there if you want to watch that and see how they do it there and see how quick and easy it is to use. So it's a good place to learn. So check them out. So they're probably live now as I'm talking and as this video is probably playing. If you're watching it between probably 10 and 3 or whatever they do. So all right, I think that's it. Headed to the post office, and thanks everybody for all the support. Giro Pack, Vendoo, likes, comments, subscribes, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.